This build starts with a quiet hillside, a few basic tools, and no finished structure in sight. By the end, that same slope becomes a hidden underground shelter with reinforced walls, a fire pit for cooking, a built-in table, a window for light, and insulation made from grass and mud to face the cold. Welcome to Buildora. The project begins with a selection of the site. A steep slope is chosen for the build. Its natural incline offers two clear advantages: better drainage and a more secure position for an underground structure. From the start, the shape of the land becomes part of the design. With the location decided, the builder prepares a small set of essential tools. A hand mower, shovels, and a saw are gathered for the work ahead. Before excavation can begin, the surface must first be cleared and opened. The first stage is simple but necessary. Grass is mowed down, the top layer is cut back, and the ground is exposed. As the surface is cleaned, the front edge of the future shelter begins to appear. A rough wall-like face starts to form where the hillside will soon be cut into. From there, digging begins in earnest. The shovel moves deeper into the slope, removing soil steadily and shaping the cave one section at a time. The opening widens, the depth increases, and the shelter starts to take on a recognizable form. As the excavation continues, the interior space is carved out with more control. This is no longer just a hole in the ground. The builder works with planning and intention, gradually extending the chamber so it can function as a usable shelter rather than a narrow tunnel. Progress is checked along the way through measurements and markings. These reference points help maintain consistency in the walls, floor, and overall proportions of the space. With each section measured, the structure remains balanced as it grows. Like any hand-built shelter, the process brings obstacles. Soil conditions change, surfaces need adjusting, and parts of the excavation require new approaches. Instead of stopping the work, the builder adapts. Techniques are adjusted as needed so the digging can continue without losing control of the shape. As more material is removed, the cave is expanded to include practical interior zones. Space is made for storage. Additional room is created for seating. What started as a basic cut into the hillside now begins to function like a compact living space. At this stage, efficiency becomes important. More effective methods are used to move soil and maintain progress. The excavation becomes faster, but still remains careful. The shelter continues to grow through a balance of speed, precision, and steady manual work. Attention then shifts toward the interior itself. The builder begins considering not only function, but also comfort and appearance. The walls are reinforced to improve long-term stability, making the shelter stronger and better suited for continued use. As the build develops further, decorative and visual touches begin to appear inside. Painted surfaces and simple design choices help give the shelter a more finished interior. With the main chamber established, attention turns to practical daily needs. Firewood is collected and stored in an organized way. This becomes an important detail for cold conditions, especially as the shelter moves toward winter use. Once the table is prepared, a hole is dug to the right depth inside the cave floor. Inside the cave, a found wooden table is repurposed for use in the shelter. Rather than leaving the material unused, it becomes part of the interior setup. Wooden planks are cut and assembled to create a sturdy tabletop. To support it, Additional boards are attached underneath as makeshift legs. Allowing the table to be positioned securely in place. This simple addition gives the shelter a stable working and living surface. The DIY approach continues with other found materials. Bottles and branches are reused where possible. A cut bottle is filled with gathered grass and placed inside the shelter, adding a small decorative detail to the otherwise raw interior. Nearby walnut tree sticks are then shaped into bows. Arrows are crafted carefully, and their bark is removed to reduce friction during use. These additions reflect a broader use of natural materials found around the site. With the interior becoming more usable, the focus shifts back to structural construction. Medium thick trees are selected for the outer framework. Before cutting begins, each tree is assessed for size and suitability, ensuring that the material fits the needs of the build. A small electric saw is used for the cutting work. These sections become the main building pieces for the shelter's external wall structure. One by one, the logs are brought into position. The logs are then arranged horizontally to form the walls of the shelter. Their placement is deliberate. Each one is positioned to contribute to a stable and continuous enclosure around the front of the cave. To strengthen the assembly, nails are driven into the logs from multiple directions. This prevents shifting and holds the timbers together more securely. As more pieces are fixed in place, the horizontal wall system begins to take shape. The open front of the shelter becomes enclosed by a solid wooden barrier designed to withstand the elements. Alongside the horizontal wall construction, foundational support is also added. Long pre-cut trees are positioned vertically on the ground to establish a base. These vertical elements help support the overall structure and anchor the front section more effectively. Where gaps remain between larger pieces, smaller trees are inserted to strengthen the wall. These smaller additions improve the solidity of the barrier and reduce weak points in the structure. Piece by piece, the shelter becomes tighter and more secure. Above the entrance, a small window is installed. This opening allows natural light to enter the shelter, bringing brightness into the otherwise enclosed underground space. With the main structure in place, winterization begins. The builder starts insulating the shelter using grass and mud. These natural materials are gathered and applied directly to the walls. This is especially important around the entrance area, where open spaces could allow heat to escape and cold air to enter. The shelter begins to shift from a basic enclosure into a space designed to hold warmth during winter conditions. More grass is harvested for this insulation phase. It is mixed again with mud and spread over the wall surface, leaving the doorway clear. This larger application covers the outer wall more completely, adding another protective layer against the cold. As the coating spreads across the structure, the wall becomes increasingly sealed. The mixture fills gaps, reduces airflow, and adds thermal mass to the front section of the shelter. The result is a more weather-resistant surface prepared for freezing conditions. With the insulation advancing, the entrance now needs a proper door. The builder measures carefully before selecting and cutting the required trees. The build also reflects a practical use of available materials. Found objects are repurposed rather than discarded. Natural elements are used directly for insulation, structure, and small interior additions. The shelter remains closely tied to its surroundings in both material and form. Near the end of the process, the overall purpose of the shelter becomes clear. It is not only a hidden space cut into a hillside, it is a fully arranged refuge built for protection, seasonal use, and self-sufficiency. In the end, the finished structure stands as a complete example of a hillside shelter built with available materials and prepared to endure the conditions around it. This was the full build process. If you enjoy calm, detailed construction documentaries like this, stay with Buildora for the next project.